For the champ, y'all see what's going on. About to get ugly.
About to get real ugly and not for me.
Often called the greatest of all time. The feud between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields is hotter than a summer picnic. The objective is to get right to the point. Claressa Shields, the best of all time, is not contributing to the cause of awareness building. According to reports, she and Remy Ma got into a heated argument. And guess what? Rather than merely posting disparaging remarks on social media, she came there ready to do business. Remy Ma finds it difficult to believe that Papoose has truly moved on. She criticized Papoose in his most recent book, which caused her to go viral on the internet a few days ago. When Remy exposed Papa's new buddy and threatened to throw hands, I can assure you that she didn't hold back. Here's the gag though. Papoose's new flame, Claressa Shields, is unavailable for I'll give you a quick catch-up if you're late to the party and haven't been following this mess. Regarding the games, Clarissa said what she said. Do you recall last year when Remy Ma was suspected of cheating on Papoose? To be honest, nobody wanted to believe it. With a complete warning clapback, Sis essentially warned Remy to be careful what she says before she catches these hands. Fans were shocked to learn that Remy didn't even bother to wish Papoose a happy Parents' Day since. Despite everything he had done for her, he still presented himself as the perfect husband and parent. After Shade Honey posted a family photo, with Remy nowhere, Papoose sent himself a nice Father's Day greeting. Do you recall how this man married her while she was incarcerated and held her down for 6 long years? Remy exacerbates the situation by writing in his piece. For a man who waited 6 years for his queen, family is everything. Grab some popcorn because it's a horrible roller coaster. Remy is already well known on the internet for disclosing all the details about Papa's new girlfriend and talking about hand-throwing. Remy Ma has accused her husband, Papoose, of cheating on her by having an affair with famous boxing champion Claressa Shields, among other ridiculous accusations. You read correctly. The main character in this book is the ghost herself. On December 11th, 2024, Remy posted some allegedly sexual text messages between Papoose, Shields, and Baby, sparking a furor online. When Claressa Shields was sleeping in my apartment, Dumma dozed off on the phone and wouldn't let one of them go. Reports state that if you can't sleep with me on the phone, tell me you made it home safely. Remy allegedly found out about these communications after Papoose fell asleep during a phone call while wearing Shields. Claressa wouldn't take it. Remy was accused of having 2 boyfriends by CIS in response. To make matters worse, she even questionedy, her name was being brought up in this matter. When Papoose announced that he was going to file for divorce and held Remy responsible, he didn't mince words. Unfortunately, Yike's Instagram post exposed Remy Ma as a narcissist who has cheated on me on multiple occasions. She's playing the victim now that I've moved on and filed for several divorces. Instead of handling like a responsible adult, she would much rather influence Chase on social media. In the social media craze since my 6-year-old daughter had to go to school, as you can see on, let's not overlook the context, I said nothing. Remy and Papoose's marriage has already been the subject of suspicions of adultery. Recall how last year, Remy's relationship with battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain was ridiculed. For some time now, Eazy the Block Captain and Remy Ma have found themselves in an increasingly peculiar predicament. First of all, there have been rumors about Remy and EAs for a while, but they are starting to spread. People instinctively start to figure out what they're doing when they see the two together. At first, everyone thought it was a friendly partnership, or even a business tie, but let's just say that the rumors got serious. Papoose has been aware of their relationship for over 2 years, according to EAs. Papoose only found out about it yesterday. Is that correct? If so, there are several problems. Tay ROC, a battle rapper with a lot to say, claims that EAs had a married girlfriend. And honestly, Remy was the first person who came to mind. As soon as participants begin to connect, the rumors appear to be true, which is how this gossip game operates. As if Christmas is about family and love, not controversy and side girlfriends. Papoose publicly accused Remy of spending the holiday with EAs, which sparked the real mayhem. Did Papoose pretend it hadn't happened, or was he cool with it? Papoose went public when I was back home by posting a photo with a caption that allegedly showed Remy and EAs together over the holidays. Since I've moved on from Remy Ma's spending time with her last Christmas, my child is sad and making up stories. When I knocked him out, everyone saw him in the fetal position. He shook my hand and then did so, not because he had an affair with my wife. So I didn't lie and say I didn't knock him out because he didn't throw one punch back. She rejected it when I told her that we could file for divorce like adults. She shook her head, clearly willing to lie about it again. As you recently discovered, instead of merely ignoring the accusation, Papoose went straight to EAs and denied knocking him out because he had slept with his wife. Consider the betrayal that would ensue from having an affair behind Remy's back. That's the issue. Remy has been condemning the incident and chastising anyone who disseminates misleading information on social media because she would stand for it. She responded to Papa's charges, demonstrating that she was not afraid to defend herself. She has been urging people to support their charges with facts and, if at all possible, PTs, since she is not one to back down from a fight. Wait, Remy isn't done yet, but he's not going to back down from these charges. Papoose even installed a recording device in her car to keep an eye on Remy. There is a serious problem with trust in this whole circumstance, which is quite questionable if E is telling the truth. Method beyond what we have seen so far. There is a deal of drama, secrets, and treachery among these three.
That I knew a few months before I battled it hot. He knew already. I know he up there to victim and all of that shit, but he knew. He knew from years ago. I ain't gonna lie. But we don't know he can't know his stuff. He knew. He knew. You know, how he knew. So how he knew is y'all think that's so thorough, he put a wife in Remy's car. So how he knew is he was bugging her fucking car. So like that's how the he bugged the car, and you couldn't really hear Lee on the other side, but you could hear her talking to Lee. So that's how he knew. And it's not Cap. So as soon as he say it's Cap, I'm sure he get all the proof. I'm just keeping $1 here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, like that. So I'm gonna say I was under everything that basically is niggas that already split up on.
The history of this location must be remembered. Despite being together for a long time, Remy and Papoose's relationship has been ridiculed for years. They have gone through some really highs and lows, particularly after Remy received a 6-year prison sentence. Since Papoose was her pillar of support and encouragement, she married him while she was a prisoner. Consequently, forgiven everything. That easy did. I can understand why it feels like betrayal on both sides and why people are finding it to trust these accusations of infidelity. But there are other issues besides Easy and Remy Papoose's disagreement. There have also been reports about Remy's association with the scenario has become more complex as industry insiders have mentioned her possible ties to other battle rappers, such as Easy, since Papoose and Remy's marriage has been troubled for a while. We currently have a lot of contradictory testimony, and it's clear that the problem goes beyond the surface allegations. Papoose and Claressa are still involved in something, so the drama is far from over. In addition, an old video of Papoose and Claressa loitering backstage at one of her shows is being located right now. Papoose is expressing his opinions. E is over here throwing bombshells, and Remy denies everything.
About to get real ugly and not for me.
Although there have been some strong indications that Papoose and Claressa may be closer than they are acknowledging. There is currently no official evidence of their relationship, which has generated a lot of speculation. Even if nothing has been officially labeled as an item, it's hard to deny that their interactions don't appear a little more than nice. This problem is made much more fascinating by the fact that the details are a little hazy. Their relationship is being closely watched by fans, especially after they have appeared in public and gone to events together. Persons naturally start to piece things together when two persons with ties to well-known celebrities, like Papoose and Clarissa, show up in the same region, but they still don't smoke your firearm. Therefore, when you consider the whole Remy Ma case, things get much more convoluted. There may be more adultery and covert relationships than have been made public, given Claressa's involvement. Do Papoose and Clarissa have a closer friendship? By leaving things open-ended, Papoose and Clarissa have both provided us with conflicting accounts. According to some, the two are tight and only meet for work. However, some people have a tendency to think that more is happening behind closed doors. In fact, it seems that we will have to wait to learn whether any additional official information is made public. But for any new signs or hints, the problem is that Claressa Shields' retribution against Remy Ma for all of these charges led to his public remarks. It's obvious that someone is not just unconcerned with the problem when they call you out, like that Claressa answered with some genuine vigor rather than simply taking it all in stride. By accusing Remy of having two lovers and questioning why she was involved in this mess at all, she really got even with him. Her statement not only made it obvious that Clarissa was defending herself, but it also seemed to imply that she would not put up with Remy ridiculing her without giving a reason. Why is it significant now? There appears to be more to this story than meets the eye. And Claressa's fiery return gives us the sense that she might genuinely care about the outcome. She seems to have been more than a mere observer of the tragedy based on her statement. Could Claressa's love for Papoose go beyond friendship? It might also imply that their relationship is more complex than is generally acknowledged. Claressa may have a bond with Papoose than just friendship, as evidenced by her response, which shows her dedication to advocating for herself. You feel a certain way when you think of what Remy and Pap had, but proceed with caution because things could get much messier from here. Remy Ma and her spouse had a wonderful existence together prior to all of these terrible events, when Remy was sentenced to 6 years in jail in 2008. Most people thought their romance was ended, but Papoose stuck by her side and helped her get through her entire term. Remy was the ultimate ride to die while he was in prison. The main tenets of Papoose and Remy's courtship were devotion, loyalty, and helping each other through good times and bad. In addition to being with her while she was still incarcerated, Papoose and she were married in 2008. This couple was in the news long before there were suspicions of adultery. And many people thought their relationship was ideal, with some incredible moments that made admirers say, "Wow, this is true love." He even said in public that he had never doubted Remy's in good times. Papoose was there for her. He visited her, talked to her, and even took action to get her released. Fans saw them as the perfect example of a reliable, encouraging team, and their bond was regarded as one of the strongest in hip-hop. This dedication was so strong that it set the bar for successful collaborations. Now let's talk about 2014. After she was released from prison, Remy and Papoose were reunited in front of the world, and their love story was definitely one for the history books. Remy even acknowledged to herself after being freed from prison that Papoose had been instrumental in her success. They started to transform into the couple we all know they are. Whether it was on the red carpet at award events or just in their social media posts, fans adored Papoose and Remy's undying public admiration. The intertwining of them was evident. Viewers were motivated to conquer all challenges, including the highs and lows of the entertainment industry, by their shared experiences. Their partnership was based on mutual respect and support, in addition to a deep emotional connection. Put their family first, even as their careers advanced. One of the most talked about aspects of their marriage was Remy's pregnancy journey. Throughout her pregnancy, Papoose provided her with mental and physical support, and his followers were raving about how devoted he was to her. During this moment, you couldn't help but appreciate their intimacy. What really distinguished their teamwork was the way they acted as a single unit in both their personal and professional lives. Papoose was assisting them both in their professional development as their manager, mentor, and spouse. They made it a point to publicly praise each other at every anniversary milestone, an important event since they were valued for their collaboration and ability to conquer challenges in the music industry. Reminding everyone that he was Remy's greatest admirer, Papoose kept boosting her self-esteem. Rather than being founded solely on love, this partnership was founded on respect, selflessness, and unflinching loyalty. Papoose because they went from being a picture-perfect marriage with undying loyalty to suddenly being accused of adultery by both parties. Fans find it more difficult to understand Claressa's current circumstances and the infidelity charges. The drama starts then because it seems like we are witnessing to very different aspects of this relationship. By declaring that he was totally committed to the long term at any cost, the devoted spouse guy went above and beyond to make it apparent that Remy was his queen and that he would not desert her. Everyone was obviously impressed with Papoose and Remy since they stood by each other through thick and thin, not only surviving the challenges but also thriving in their relationship. Papoose and Remy appeared to be the type of pair that could overcome anything because of their unwavering love for one another. However, it is hard to avoid feeling as though Remy Papoose and Claressa's idyllic love story is coming to an end, due to the frequent back and forth and accusations of adultery. Who could have foreseen this today, after all that? The atmosphere is turbulent, and only allegations are being made. Determining who is lying and who is telling the truth will take time. Tell us how you expect this whole situation to unfold, please.